welcome back to BeautiCo. I am Ritika. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I am going to be sharing with you the best of 2023 products. So I am going to be sharing with you my most loved products throughout the year. So there is skincare, there is makeup, and there is a fragrance as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first I'm going to share with you a moisturizer that I've loved using this year. I am talking about the Simple's Vitamin C Moisturizing Glow Gel. Now this says it's for dry skin types, but I'm an oily skin and I absolutely love using this. The formula is very gel water based formula. It gets absorbed into the skin very quickly and keeps my skin hydrated all day long without making me sticky or oily. And I think this is a dupe for the Clinique's Moisture Surge. I absolutely love that moisturizer, but ever since I've started using this, I haven't touched my Clinique Moisture Surge. It's so good, and it does have vitamin C, E, and ginger root, which is actually very good for brightening the skin and just making it plump and very supple looking. You guys know that I do not skip on primer. I always make sure that I use a primer because I have oily skin. I need a primer for my makeup to last all day. So I was very excited to try this particular primer, and I was very, you know, eager to know what this texture feels like because I had seen so many people talking about it internationally, and then finally when it released in India, I was like, this is the time to purchase it. I'm talking about the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Oh my god, this has become my staple. I use this every single day before I do my makeup because it just does not make my makeup budge. It is such a good primer. Firstly, it's a little bit more on the sticky side, but it does have like a little bit of a cooling effect, so you're not gonna feel like very icky about it like silicone primers. This actually has that cooling effect, and the only thing that makes it different from the other primers is that it literally grips onto your foundation and your concealer. Like your concealer is stuck to your face and it's not going to move throughout the day, but definitely it does not give you any kind of a बंधा हुआ फीलिंग. ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि हाँ भाई मेकअप चिटक गया है फेस पे. Nothing like that. It actually is a very comfortable primer. It just has a little bit of a sticky texture on which if you apply foundation and concealer, everything's gonna last throughout the day. So this is an amazing innovation. Like, this is a primer that everyone should try out if you feel like your makeup does not last throughout the day. So yeah, the next product is a skin tint. Now this year I absolutely hated using foundations. I felt like it's too heavy and my makeup is looking too heavy, so I opted for skin tints. And this year I was more into glowy skin like natural looking makeup looks. So this is the Lakme's Absolute Luminous Skin Tint. This was also launched later in the year, but as soon as I used it, I absolutely fell in love with this particular skin tint. This is what I'm wearing on my skin right now, on my face right now, and you can see my actual skin, but you can see how glowy my skin is looking. It just gives me this very juicy looking luminous skin, which I absolutely love. And this has a very light to medium coverage, but enough to cover up my darkness and just even out my skin tone very naturally. And I'm an oily skin, like I said, but this does not make me oily. It actually stays throughout the day, and my skin actually looks so glowy and so good, so juicy. I love this particular skin tint. I tried a lot of skin tints this year, but this made the list. This has to be my top favorite skin tint, and I can say this is sort of like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Filter. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Filter is a little bit more lighter on coverage, just has a little bit more coverage, but they are exactly the same. They give the same effect. So yeah, next is a concealer. Now concealer is a very important part in my daily routine because on an everyday basis I opt to just apply a little bit of concealer to cover up my dark circles, spots here and there, and a little bit of cheek tint, and that's it. I'm done for the day. So I had to mention this concealer because I've used it so much. I am talking about the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 Perfecting Pen, and this one is in the shade L20W, which is exactly the same shade of my skin tone. Now, it is such a different concealer. Like the formula is so different. It has like a serum like formula, very thin but has medium coverage, and a little bit goes a long way. I can blend it out with my fingers, I can blend it out with my sponge, or I can blend it out with a brush. I still get a good enough coverage underneath the eyes, and it has a very healthy finish. It is hydrating under the eyes, does not dry out, and it's not a matte concealer. It has a hydrating finish, like I said, and just makes my under eyes look very, very healthy and my overall skin look very healthy. So that's the reason I absolutely loved using this Smashbox Halo Concealer. I honestly feel that this concealer was one of the best releases this year. I also use another darker shade which I can't find right now to cream contour or cream bronze basically, because it has that warm undertones and it gives me that beautiful tanned look. So yeah, love this one. Let's talk about cream blushes, cheek tints, because that was the highlight for me in 2023. So firstly, I'm going to share with you two cream blushes that I absolutely loved using. Just a warning, these are not that affordable, but I absolutely love the formula and the color of them. So first, I'm going to talk about this one. Yes, I know this is a little bit more on the expensive side. This is the Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand, and this is in the shade Dream Pop. This particular shade, Dream Pop, is so good. So this is a matte blush. This does not have like a glowy finish. It's completely matte, but it's a very, very long lasting blush, and the color on this is so pretty, you guys. It's that cherry pink shade, and it's very pigmented, like literally one dot, and you just need to blend it out. You can blend it out with your fingers or you can blend it out with a brush. As you can see, it's so pigmented, and this is all I need to just apply on one side of my cheeks and give me that beautiful flush. I love using this particular cream blush from Charlotte Tilbury. At first, I thought it is a little bit hard to blend and it was turning out patchy, but once I got the hang of it, it was much easier. So basically, you just apply one dot first and fast blend it out, because it does dry out pretty quickly. So you want to work fast with this particular product, and yeah, so good. Another one is a similar shade, but its formula is different and it looks very juicy on the cheeks, and it was very, very viral this year. I am talking about the Pixie's On The Glow Blush Tinted Moisture Stick, and this one that I have is in the shade Ruby. Like you can see, I absolutely love shades which are this cherry ruby-ish color, and the formula on this is very different than the Charlotte Tilbury one. The Charlotte Tilbury one is a matte blush, but this one is a very, very glowy blush, and even on naked skin, like just bare cheeks, this looks so pretty. So I'm just gonna swatch this one right here. So similar, you can see the trend that I have been liking. I love these cherry shade blushes. They just make my dusky skin look really pretty, and again, you can see they blend out very, very beautifully, but this has this beautiful luminous finish which looks beautiful on the cheeks and gives me that glowy cheeks, which I'm all about, and it's very, very moisturizing as well. So yeah, this is another cream blush that I loved, and it is viral for a reason because it's amazing. And of course, I'm gonna mention a cheek tint, because that is something that I use every day without fail. Just a little bit of moisturizer, a little bit of cheek tint, and I'm done for the day. So a cheek tint that I discovered in 2023 was this one from ETUDE House. This is the Dear Darling Water Tint, and this is again in the shade 02, I think is the shade of this particular tint. And let me tell you, this is a bang on dupe for the Benetint, which again I use every single day. If I'm not using this, I'm using my Benetint. That has to be one of my staples. But this one is exactly a dupe for that one. Like you can see, it has a similar water texture like the Benetint one, and the shade is also actually a perfect dupe for the Benetint. It is that cherry colored cheek tint which I am all about, and I just apply this a little bit on my cheeks, on my lips, on top of my moisturizer, and I'm ready for the day. So yeah, cheek tint is very, very important. I love using cheek tints every single day, and this one is so good. Okay, I can finally talk about a cream bronzer that I've used since a very long time. Like, I used this cream bronzer before it released in India. So you guys know that Rare Beauty released in 2023, and I have loved so many products from Rare Beauty, but I couldn't speak about it here on my channel. But I want to talk about this particular cream bronzer that I feel is so good, and I've used it so much. So I'm talking about this one. This is the bronzer stick, I think. Yeah, in the shade Always Sunny from Rare Beauty. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's a very easy to use cream bronzer. You just apply it right here wherever you feel like bronzing and giving you that warmth on your face, and then you just blend it out. Now I want to tell you why this bronzer has become like my absolute favorite. Firstly, it has this amazing creamy texture to it, but a lot of cream bronzers apply very pigmented, but once you blend it out they just disappear somewhere into the skin. But this one is not that. Either they disappear or they are very patchy, but this one from Rare Beauty is not patchy. It's not sticky feeling because it's a cream. Sometimes cream feels a little bit heavy and sticky. It's not heavy or sticky feeling, and it blends like a dream. It blends very smoothly into the skin. I'm just going to show you. Literally, I can feel it's so soft to blend out, and it will not pick up your foundation underneath whatsoever. And look at that shade. The shade Always Sunny is so good. It has that perfect amount of warmth to give you that tanned, warm, bronzy looking skin, which I am all about. And this is what I'm wearing on my perimeters of my face, which is giving me this bronzed look. I love such bronzy looks. So yeah, this one I could not stop using. I've used this every single time I've been doing like a full face of makeup, whether I'm going for weddings, whether I'm going for events, whether I'm going to any party or anything of that sort. Whenever I want to cream bronze, this is the one that I have been picking up, and I've been obsessed with this one. I do not have an eyeshadow palette to share with you guys that I've used throughout the year and I was obsessed with, honestly. So I'm gonna move on to a mascara that blowed me, you know. I was very surprised. I was not expecting anything from this mascara, and when I used it I was like, oh my god, this is such a good mascara. I am talking about the Forever XL Lash Volume Mascara. This is the Forever 52, that's the brand's name. This is what it looks like. It has a very fancy packaging, and then it has this wand right here, which is like a plastic wand. This is not like a brush bristle. It is like plastic bristle wand, but it is a pretty thick wand. So I wasn't really having much expectation from this, but this gives me such voluminous thick lashes. This is what I'm wearing on my lashes right now, and I have non-existent lashes, you guys, and just this mascara has given me so much volume. It separates them and it lengthens them and just gives me a lot of volume. And again, it does not smudge, it does not flake as well, and lasts throughout the day. I'm not sure whether this is waterproof or not. I've not tried that out, but just 2 coats of this mascara gives me so much volume, so much length, and it's very black and very easy to use. So yeah, I've been loving this mascara. I really am very obsessed with this particular mascara. It's so good. So you guys know that I'm obsessed with blush. So apart from cream blushes, I also do use powder blushes, but I want my powder blushes to have a very natural, maybe sometimes a glowy finish. So one blush that I absolutely loved and was obsessed with was this one from Milani. Now Milani changed its packaging. They have rebranded this particular blush packaging, and this is their baked powder blush in the shade Berry Amore. It is this beautiful pinky goldeny blush shade. Now it does have a little bit of sheen. It's not a matte blush. It does have a little bit of sheen to it. I don't know whether you guys can see it, but it's that very pretty pinky, natural pinky shade. You can say on me it looks a little bit more on the natural side. Maybe if you're fair, it will look a little bit more pinker on you, but what a beautiful shade and what a beautiful formula. Do you see how pretty it looks in the pan itself? And it has this very thin formula, very smooth formula, and it's a buildable formula. So how much ever intensity you want. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks, by the way, and you can see how beautifully glowy and pinky my cheeks look. It's because of this particular beautiful blush. So yeah, if you haven't tried out Milani baked blushes, they are one of the best out there. Next, I have a liquid highlighter. Now, I love the Rare Beauty's liquid highlighter as well, but I wanted to mention this one because I got to try it out recently, and I feel like I have to mention this highlighter to you guys because I've been loving using this every single day ever since I got it. I am talking about this one. This is the Henna Beauty's Maquillage Creme in the shade Lace. This is what I am wearing on my cheeks right now as an highlighter. Now, this is a cream highlighter and has a beautiful formula, and it's very reflective as well. Just look at that. It's so thin in formula and it blends so easily. It's so reflective, gives me this glass looking skin. It's very smooth. It does not have any chunky glitter in it, and just gives me this luminous, reflective glass like skin effect. So yeah, I really feel that this is going to be something that I will love even in the future, and I love this glowy glass looking skin effect, which I think is going to be a trend next year as well. So yeah. And then one final makeup product that I have to mention to you guys is a setting spray. I know setting sprays are missed by most of us, but trust me, this setting spray, you have to try it out, because if you do like glowy makeup looks which are, you know, where you use a lot of creams, a lot of luminous products, and you don't want it to move and still want your skin to look very luminous, reflective, glass-like, you have to try out this setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This makes sure that it does not budge, it does not transfer as well, it does not budge as well. That I have literally sprayed my face like literally taken a bath in the setting spray, and you can see like my skin looks very luminous and feels like it will transfer, but I'm literally telling you, nothing transfers. Can you see that? Nothing transfers. That's how good this particular setting spray is, and it does not even feel heavy. It does not feel like your skin is khichawa or anything of that sort. It just adds a lot of hydration and just locks your makeup. So yeah, I'm really obsessed with the setting spray. I don't know any other setting spray that can replace my Charlotte Tilbury one, because it is magical, you guys. Magical. And of course, you guys know I am a fragrance fanatic. I love fragrances. So this year I actually bought quite a few fragrances for myself, and there were some hits, there were some misses. I bought the YSL Libre. I bought another backup of my Guerlain. That is one of my signature scents. I love that one. It's so feminine and so beautiful and so luxurious. And another purchase that I did was this one. This is the Givenchy's L'Interdit Rouge. This is the Rouge one. I have the original L'Interdit as well, which I love, but the Rouge one has something in it which is so sexy, you guys. So firstly, it has, I want to spray it so that I can describe this fragrance to you guys. Firstly, I love the bottle, love the packaging, and it has that tuberose pretty strong in it, but it has a lot of mysterious vanilla sweetness, a little bit of spiciness also in it. So it's a very good like nighttime fragrance. It's very enticing, very addictive, and it is a little gourmandy. Gourmandy means a little bit more on the edible side, but it has that floral hit to it, which makes it more flirty and, you know, softer. But overall, I feel like this fragrance is so good. You need to try it out if you love like very intense personality, bold fragrances which will turn heads. You need to try this out. I loved using this. I've used this so much every single time I'm going for an event or a party or something like a date night. This is it, and I've gotten so many compliments on this from my husband as well. So yeah, this was my absolute favorite fragrance from 2023. Yeah, and this was the last product that I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, that's about it. These were the best of 2023 products that I was obsessed with. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you all did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also, Happy New Year in advance, you guys. I'm going to see you all in the next year, hopefully. Bye.